This is a house we remodeled back in 2002 and 2003. And this is what the house looked like when completed. We joined a garage and an existing house, adding a second story in between the two stories between the two. This is the back side of the house, and that is what the back side of the house looks like after we finished it. And these are the plans for the house, and it ended up looking pretty much like the plans. There were some changes, and this is a side-by-side before and after. Quite the difference. That's the stairways going up over the original stairs. This was kind of an afterthought. The stairs were thought up as a way to get to the deck when the deck was changed from the original plan. And that's the deck. We haven't tarped off yet. These are the drains. We got 4 drains up here, just like a shower drain. There's 1.5 inches of material under that drain. And this is the house in motion. We have the batten board lower half of the siding there, and it has a drip cap on top of it. That is the window dormer that we did as an extra add-on. Those are some 4x8 cedar corbels that Mitch made using a bandsaw. And it's a window seat. It was a real nice addition to the bedroom. And there you can see the knee braces for the roof. There's the new electrical meter panel location. This is the stairway down to the basement, and we were originally going to put concrete stairs going down, but then we decided it would be easier to just pour concrete and make a flat sloping concrete and then build wood stairs over that. This is the dirt from digging out the stairway, and you can see the wall that we had to break away. Then we've got some framing that you'll see a little later on in this video to support the new stairwell. There's some new posting and wall that goes in right in the center, replacing that post you see there. And just on the other side of that wall is where the old stairway was. It still is there, but no longer usable. This is a big 25-foot long parallam beam that we put in, and actually not a parallam. So that is the bedroom that the folks lived in during the whole time that we were remodeling the house, and where that light switch is a room, and we put a temporary kitchen for them inside of that. So they were real champions living in this space while the house was being remodeled. And in the bedroom, it has its own bathroom, so they had pretty much everything they needed in there, and then across the way was their temporary kitchen. So they didn't hurt, they just had limited space and living in construction conditions. There's a 4x8 post under that beam. I believe the beam was 7 by 16 by 25 feet. So those are the soffits that we installed, and that is the walkway, and that's going to be filled with concrete shortly. There's the new batten and batten board finished wall, and I believe the back half of the wall is going to have just beveled stained cedar siding, and then above the drip cap it will go to cedar shakes. And there is more of the soffit. That is a rough sawn 5/8 cedar plywood. There's the framing for the roof under the deck. The deck goes over the entry for the doorway there. Those are 4x4 posts, 4x beams. There'll be a couple of can lights up in that roof there too. They're not installed yet. You can see the vent strip on the perimeter, that brown. We always make sure there's good venting in the roof for houses. So there you see what the roof over the back porch looks like. The railing for the deck above is not there yet. And those are the forms for concrete. In the next video clip, you're going to see the concrete truck and pump truck, and we're going to be filling up the whole backyard and stairs and getting the cement work done. If I remember correctly, we had 2 trucks deliver cement that day, and we had a crew doing it. Mitch and I will do smaller concrete projects, but when you have a big concrete project, you need to have several people running around, and they're going to be running around non-stop for hours. That's the thing about concrete. Once you start, you do not stop. That's the concrete truck pouring concrete into the pump on the back of the pump truck. There's the 4-inch hose and one guy manning the hose. And another guy back there is troweling the walkway. You can see the rebar in the walkway. It is drilled and epoxied into the side of the house foundation wall. Then we have a thickened edge on the walkway because we wanted to make sure that it was a strong walkway. And there's plenty of rebar in the porch and the walkway. We like to have our concrete stick together, not fall apart. So those boards are just holding the stairs straight and stable. And right now the concrete, it's been worked and troweled, and they're just waiting for this concrete to kind of muck up, and then they'll work it some more, edge it, and then do an exposed aggregate finish. Right now the guy is pounding the sides of the forms, getting air bubbles out of it. See the old stairway there to right in the center below us. So that's the concrete being pumped out of the hose, and so it'll be all formed in there. It'll have a sloped finish, and then we will build a stairway right over it.
This is all of our siding under tarps.
It's all pre-stained siding. There's the walkway, turned out beautifully.
And the siding will go above the batten boards all along the house. This is the cement walkway.
This is the drain for the downspout. 4x4 posts going up to the
There's more.
the
Those
deck.
are the shakes.
Cedar shakes, pre-stained again. This is all the back of the house.
And that's what it looks like.
You see the railing is up on the deck there.
The rear porch and walkway.
You'll get a better shot of the railing here in a minute. Okay, that is the dormer for the stairs. That is in addition to the plan. And that came about because the people wanted more of a deck than the original plan provided, and we were looking at the stairway going down to the basement, and it was just going to be a wall over the stairway. So I suggested, hey, why don't we just build a stairway right over these, and then you can have a separate stairway from your bedroom stairway so that people can go up to the deck without having to go through your bedroom. And that's how the stairway came about. Mitch built all this nice cedar railing. Everything turned out really nicely. Spantex decking. There will be the cedar beveled siding on the walls there. And this is the slope.
And that is the concrete for the stairs down.
And you can see the new concrete wall there. Turned out very nicely. Then to the left, that new wall there, you see the foundation bolts in the bottom plate of the wood wall. And then we have our framing going through there. You can see the doubled up header over the stairs. That is a 6x6 post on top of a 3-foot square by 16-inch deep footing, and that goes all the way up through the basement and then to the second floor, holding up that 25-foot beam. And you see more posting there. That's for the header at the end of the stairs. And there's the framing for that. Everything's all hangered off. That's the old cinder block foundation wall. There's the stair framing. 3 stringers. You can see the kitchen sink drain pipe kind of goes through the concrete in the stairway up there. Connects with all that drain main line that you saw in the first video episode, I believe. So there you see we have the stained cedar shingles on the upper half of the exterior wall, and the batten board siding is below. Then there's a 2x10 band with a drip cap on top of it in the middle. Our 3 column bases are in position on either side of the front door and the left corner of the house. Then pretty soon I'll be building a cinder block planter just under the 3 windows to the left of the front. So things are starting to look pretty good. Excuse you. That's a 17-year-old cough. There is the first section of the parking area, and we'll have the second section coming right up. Where that pile of rock and dirt and boards is a planter. There is the second section of concrete. The parking area is all complete now. We built up that rock wall. You see the catch basin right at the corner of the cement concrete drive parking area there. We've got the yellow tape to keep people off of the concrete. It's all exposed aggregate. Turned out beautifully. everything slopes towards the center of the pad area and flows into that catch basin. And then from the catch basin, it goes through a 3-inch ABS pipe that goes through the curb onto the street. So there you see the front of the house, and there's going to be a bunch of planting work. There's the catch basin. Some of the curb had to be fixed. The concrete truck broke it out. Concrete trucks are very heavy, you know. Okay, so now we have all of our insulation installed, so we're going to be looking at insulation for a minute. I believe that was R21 stuffed in the walls. And here you see the framing for box beam ceilings that we're going to install. We had to open up the ceiling, put in some framing, 2x4s going from joist to joist in the ceiling to get the positioning for those box beams. This reflective insulation, we had to use that in combination with styrofoam or fiberglass insulation to achieve the required R value. Then this is the insulation going down the stairs here. These walls didn't really need to get insulated because they are inside walls, but it happened anyway. It'll cut noise. See the insulation under the stairway. That is the outside walls. That's all R21. Got some can lighting, and it is insulated, rated can lighting. There you can see the framing for the dormer. This is in the bathroom. That is vent piping for venting for the fans in the bathroom and the shower. There is the custom concrete base that we're working on for the shower. Duroc cement board walls. We prefer that over Hardybacker. Duroc, in my opinion, is better with wet locations. There is venting. That pipe there, I believe, was for the dryer downstairs. Okay, we are just about done looking at insulation here. A few more seconds. But there's a good look at the framing for the dormer. That was kind of a trick, a little bit of a brain teaser to get that. Okay, and there you see the planter in front of the windows there, concrete blocks, and 12-inch square slate tile. So it's 12-inch square on the bottom and then 6 by 12 in a subway style above that. And then it has the 12-inch square concrete pavers on top of that. And you see how they slope down away from the house, against the house. And the tile, or the concrete block, is all grout filled, and it is on top of a foundation. This is the bathroom in their front bedroom where they have been living all this time. These are 6x6 thick tiles that she liked, and then we have the accent tile, little squares that you see, and it has it's a platform tub, so we made the platform, tiled the platform, then set the tub into that, and then we tiled down onto the tub, and we'll be grouting and sealing all that off. This is the upstairs master shower, and this has little, I think this is half-inch kind of a glass sheet tile, and it was kind of a bugger to work with this stuff because the grout wants to come up through the gaps between the tiles, and the little tiles want to teeter as you're setting them in the mortar. So we just had to be careful with it. There's one of the alarm wires for the house alarm system. I think that was for a motion detector. But this is in the upstairs master bedroom. That opening to the right opens to the master bathroom where the bathtub is. Straight to the right is the closet. Straight to the left is the stairway down. And now you're looking out through the dormer to the deck. So to the right of the doors is the second stairway down, and that is the stairway people will use to just go up to the deck instead of coming up the stairway into the master bedroom. So this is a pretty cool bathtub. It was cast iron jacuzzi, very heavy. And there you see the center where the side and front roof came together. That opening there has 4 doors that are going to go in that place. But they wanted to have that ceiling open and high. So so Mitch is painting the ceiling red and the walls red, but later on they're going to take a look at this and regret the color choice, and we're going to repaint it, and you'll see that a little later in this video, I believe. So this here is the kitchen floor. We put in 12-inch square glazed tile, and it looked pretty cool. You can see the frames for the box beam ceilings out in the dining area. These are all the new cabinets. That's the stove location to the right, and that's the gas line stub out. And another look at the floors. Okay, this is back upstairs. We have the 12-inch square marble tile on the floors, and we are going to be putting a wood chair rail in the bathroom upstairs. There's another look at the bathtub with the hand spray to the left and the controls and tub spout on the right. Took like 4 people to get that tub upstairs. And that is the base for the master shower. That turned out really nicely. And the half-inch square tile sheet, that turned out pretty nice. It has almost a pearl look to it. Even if it is green, it still had kind of a mother of pearl feeling. There's the tub again. You can just see some of the piping. We had a removable side cover for the tub to access the motor and pipes. There's the toilet flange that is looking at the windows out the back of the house on the second floor, and back over to the dormer heading to the deck. And that's a look at the two windows in the corner. Looking back at the bathroom, we're just painting away and getting things done. More painting. Just another look at the planter. The front of the house. That is the walkway going to the house. Everything turned out really nice. There's my old Red Ranger. Okay, so that is the bar counter off the kitchen. And this, in 2003, is when this was taken. This was when granite countertop was still very expensive and people were still doing granite tile countertops. And that's why we have this in a very expensive kitchen. But it turned out very nicely. I thought we did a pretty good job with it. There is a wolf range hood with a stainless steel shelf. That is a General Electric monogram fridge, and I believe that that is a monogram microwave and oven. So there you're looking out through the kitchen, and on the bottom of that is a warming drawer. There's the shelf and range hood. The cabinet doors are going to have reed glass in them. It's very cool looking. And so there is the countertops and tile. This is the red bathroom. We put the yellow tile with a black perimeter, and that looked pretty cool. It didn't work with the red though. And this is the upstairs bathroom. We've got the the countertop and tile in for that with the cabinet. So that's all going together. It looks like it still needs to be grouted. Okay, so this is a reminder of what the house looked like and what it finished up being. So the next video is going to have all the finishing touches. This is the back of the house when the rockery had to be repositioned so that we could put in the addition. And here is the original plan again, largely unchanged from the original plan. The deck and the stairs were the main difference. And there's the side-by-side or top-bottom, old and new. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for part 4,
a lot bigger
the last
than it used
part,
to be.
with all the finished pictures. And
Archie.
we will see you on the next video. And please do subscribe.